Well, Jeffrey, looks like the parade has officially begun.
I think so. That was our first official flyover.
Yes.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Jeffrey Schaub from KCBS Radio, and you are?
Pam Haessly from Novato Community Television.
And boy, is it fun to be here again. We've been doing this for several years together. I don't know how many it's been now, but
I'd say at least a decade.
At least a decade. And we don't see each other for
all year.
Yeah, all year. This is it. Well, we got a big parade ahead for you this year. We got a number of entries of every kind of variety.
I think we have about 100 again this year.
We do. We got a lot of people, and we're going to have the fire department, the police department, people on horseback,
and
dancers.
A few surprises too. I think.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I
a
think
few
so.
surprises. All right.
Like the flyover.
Fantastic.
Welcome everybody, and thank you for choosing to spend your day here in downtown Novato. I can't imagine any other better place to be, could you?
I think this is a quintessential American parade, as you could find anywhere in the United States. And what's really cool is that people started putting out their lawn chairs last night.
Yeah, I heard about noon yesterday, in fact. Everybody wave, that's part of the parade flying over.
Well,
I get
a couple
goosebumps.
of notes that we've been asked to mention. The Novato Theater Board and their volunteers invite you to stop by the site of the Novato Theater. I remember him from last year. And the theater is right across the street from Copperfield's Books, and you can actually view the progress of the construction there.
Well, Jeffrey, do you know that the year that we are celebrating, the nation is celebrating, its birthday? I did my math last night.
Is it 234?
You're dyslexic. 243.
243.
Yeah.
243.
Very close, though.
That's a scary thing. Of course.
So happy birthday, America.
Yeah, you and I, of course, remember the 200th
I know, we've been here.
birthday, so that's scary.
Instead of a couple decades, we've been here a couple centuries,
Oh,
right?
my goodness, I was in high school. All right, well.
Hopefully everybody can hear us out there. Can you wave if you can hear us okay? Right, all right.
Are we good? Can you hear us down there at all? Yeah, okay, there we go. Couple of safety reminders for you. Alcoholic beverages, smoking, vaping, and pets other than service animals are not allowed along the parade route. It's not really a day when officers and parade officials want to hold that hard line about being well behaved, but those are the rules. If you bring a dog that's not a service dog, I guess there's a chance you're going to receive a citation. I can imagine that happening, but...
Well, and if dogs are here, I mean, it's really hot for them to be walking on the pavement, so it's we kind of discourage that, and just want to remind people, if you do have a pet, to bear that in mind. And to stay hydrated today. It feels like it's going to be quite toasty today. I wonder who is flying over.
Well, I guess we should mention who the parade announcers are this year. That's a nice thing to do. So, aside from us, Pam Haessly and Jeffrey Schaub, who else is there, Pam?
Well, and actually, we're located on 2nd Street in case anybody doesn't see us. You just hear us, hopefully. We have Larry Harrison and Peter Sercia, I think, at Sherman and Grant Avenue.
Peter Logan and Brent Ainsworth near the Novato Theater and Copperfield's Books. And
Eileen Bohr and Stephanie Kohler at the end of the route on 7th Street at the judging station, if you're interested in that.
This parade is so long that we have to have 4 sets of announcers along it, which is really cool.
At one time, there was only one. It was pretty much at the end of the parade.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? So you just had to kind of guess, huh? Wow.
So hopefully we help enhance the parade, especially during the lag times.
Well, I'm sure nobody can really hear us, but that's okay. We love hearing our own voices, don't we? No, it's really something else. Just so you know, not that you'll be doing that, but we're going to be broadcasting live on KCBS this morning, each hour during the parade.
That's exciting.
So yeah, it'll be fun.
You're going to be announcing, right?
I'm going to be doing the reports. So there's going to be some juggling going on, and not just in the parade.
So you're going to leave me now and then, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm going to leave you. I'm sorry.
Just leave me in the ones that I can pronounce, and not the ones I can't.
Hey, look! It looks like the start of the parade is coming our way.
They weren't kidding.
Now that'll be the motorcycle officers from the Novato Police Department. one of the best in the nation. I think they lead it off. And then we'll have the Novato Public Safety Honor Guard.
They're approaching 2nd Street as you speak.
So, oh, look at these two.
That amazes me. How do they do that?
So, how do you do that? Do what he says. That is
Look at their
just
feet.
Amazing.
That takes some practice or something.
Yeah. You think they walk around the house like that all day?
No, we have to take an exit.
You're going to be run over.
Do you?
Thank
So,
you.
same to you. Happy 4th of July.
Well, should we ask people to get up on their feet and give a rousing ovation to this special honor guard? Why not?
Well, give it a couple of seconds there.
So for the first time, the Novato Police Department and the Novato Fire Protection District are teaming up in this unit.
These first responders are united in the mission to protect our residents, of course. Representing the police department, Nick Wagner and Officer Jared Lomax. Representing the fire district, Battalion Chief Jeff Whittet and firefighter engineer Mark LaRock.
This honor guard was formed in 2008 by the Novato PD and received its formal training from the U.S. Air Force Honor Guard at Travis Air Force Base in Fairfield. Well, welcome.
I was waving at the officers, but you know what? They can't wave back.
They can't?
They can't, because they got to hold on to their bikes.
Oh.
The Novato Public Safety Honor Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for these dedicated group of Novatans and Americans.
You know, this honor guard has been featured at funerals for fallen officers all around the Bay Area. Next up.
This is Mike D'Angelo. New York Mike has become a fixture at our parade with his Can-Am three-wheeled motorcycle and wild costumes. Thanks for being with us. This year he's Uncle Sam. I guess that's kind of obvious. Nice to see you. Mike is a proud military veteran himself. From 1953 to 1956, he was in an Army unit that transported tanks and artillery around to bases all around the American South. And this is the Contraband.
Once a year, this band comes together to play for us in our parade, and we sure appreciate it. They are excellent, by the way. I don't know if you heard them play at the beginning of the parade.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Here they go, the Contraband.
Yes, it's just once a year they do this, I believe. They first formed in 2000 just for this parade. Next up, we have Grand Marshals Ken Winans and Debbie Wayford. We hope you saw the story about the Grand Marshals in the Novato Advanced Parade Preview section, which pick up your copy today, and that gives you information about the entries in the parade and much more information that will be handy throughout the next couple of hours. Ken and Debbie are spaced out. They are literally spaceaholics. Their small museum is in Ignacio, and it is spacious. Oh, it goes on and on. They're over the moon about having them serve as our Grand Marshals on the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission. Anybody over the age of 55 might remember what happened on July 20th, 1969. It was one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind. Speaking of the Space Station Museum, approaching us now is Ken and Debbie's museum mascot, Big John, with his spaceship USA-1. Big John is joined today by his larger friend, Big Al, named after Apollo astronaut Al Worden, who recently donated a space suit to the museum. If you want more information, their website is thespacestationca.org. And you really should go by and see it if you haven't seen it yet. It's over in the Pacheco Plaza. Well, this is Kids with Banner. Their parade committee is welcoming everybody to downtown Novato today with the help of these young ladies. We have Linda Diaz-Macal and Camelia Orzoko carrying the banner. They're both 12 years old and students at San Jose Middle School. The parade committee wants to thank everybody who has supported the parade through these 27 years. And as you can see, we have the Novato Police. Thank you for keeping us so safe here in Novato. Love the truck. Is that a Chevy? Chevy. Wanted to mention too that today's parade is being videotaped by Novato Community Television, and it should be airing this weekend. So if you'd like more information about the air times, you can call the station at 798-5362 here in Novato, and you can see a replay of the whole parade.
Okay, thank you. Here comes somebody in a Mustang that I actually used to have. That's a candy apple red Mustang convertible. This is the Novato Lions Club. Boy, are they a good organization. The Lions are the largest service club organization in the world, and this local chapter dates back to 1946.
That's very impressive. Thanks for being in today's parade.
You know, many of their activities are related to eyesight conservation, including providing eye exams, glasses, and even surgery to those in need. That's really nice.
They do a lot of good things for our community.
They do indeed. And of course, we have a lot of service clubs in Novato. We have the Rotary Club, and there's
3 Rotary clubs.
That's right. We have 3 Rotary clubs. We have a breakfast club, we have a Friday lunch club, and then we have something else. I'm sorry. And then we have the Lions Club, and we have the Kiwanis Club, and yeah.
And how many clubs do you belong to?
I don't belong to any. Although my father is still a Rotarian. He's the longest serving Rotarian in the United States of America.
Is that true?
He's 97 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and
that says something about Rotary then.
Yeah, I will join Rotary one of these days. Is that your mom over there, by the way?
Yes, hi, Mom.
Well, hi, Mom. What's your mother's name?
Connie.
Connie.
It's their second year here at the parade, but the first time was like 30 years ago, I think.
Is that right?
No, it wouldn't be 30 years ago. Maybe 15 years ago.
Well, here comes another special entry, Pam.
The VFW Post 7816. For you youngsters, VFW stands for Veterans of Foreign Wars. Today's color guard includes veterans of World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and the Iraq and Afghanistan wars.
In the color guard are Navy vet Jim Galbraith with the VFW Post flag, Navy veteran Kevin Rogers with the American flag, Army vet Don Violin with the POW MIA flag.
Yes, give them a round of applause.
Thank you for your service. We are grateful for that. The lead car is a 1957 Ford T-Bird owned by Marine Corps vet Tim Cox and driven by former Air Force pilot Eddie Phipps. Nice car. Can I borrow that?
That's beautiful.
That's a beauty. Look at it. It's absolute cherry condition. Oh, by the way, his passenger is Dominic Bramonti, a VFW member for more than 70 years.
Wow. Will that vehicle be in the Nostalgia Days parade?
That's nice. A nice round of applause. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's very. That's a beautiful car, too. You know, I'd ride in any of these cars, Jeffrey.
Yeah, one of these years we need to just get to ride in the parade and do nothing but wave. You know, it's like one of these things.
I could do that.
Hi, how's it going? Hey.
We also want to thank Lighthouse Christian Church for being here today and helping us videotape.
Oh, so we were talking about this being broadcast on Novato Community TV. Did you mention what the channels are, where I go to
Yeah,
watch?
the Comcast Cable Channel 26 here in Novato.
And you have a lot of programming there, a lot of community programming, is that right?
We do. We can always use more. So if you want to learn how to put together your own TV show or a public service announcement, come on by our station. It's just down at 7th Street inside the school district building, and we'll teach you and give you all the skills that you need to put together your own TV show. You used to be in TV, right, Jeffrey? Now you're in radio?
I did. Those days are over.
Well, before we welcome the mayor, let's welcome the youngest VIP in our parade. Welcome Noah Lucan. Baby Noah. He's what, 8 months now, I believe, almost? How cute.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
So this is Mayor Lucan with his wife Kylie, and it's very nice to have you
So
in
cute.
the show. You look like a Hollywood couple.
Yeah, exactly.
Right out of Hollywood. Absolutely. It's good to see you too.
He is so cute. He goes everywhere with Dad. You know, you can just know he's going to follow in his footsteps.
They're in a 1949 Cadillac. The mayor is a Novato native. He's a graduate of Novato High School. He was elected to the city council for the first time in 2011. And during the daytime, Eric works as chief marketing officer for Novato-based Mike's Bikes, which is in Belmarin Keys.
Well, he's honored to serve as the mayor of his hometown and now start raising his family here in Novato. Next up is Mayor Pro Tem Denise Appis. Denise and her husband George are being driven by Steve Dollar in his 1964 Ford Falcon.
Denise was first elected to the council in 2009, elected again in 2013, and on and on and on.
She's a Leadership
She'll be on
Novato graduate.
She'll be on the council another 30 years.
She's been the president of the chamber. She's,
You know, why not? Right, why not? Denise Appis.
and in fact, her office is right across the street from us, Appis and Associates.
Yeah, how did that work out, by the way? Yeah, an overachiever, yep. It's nice to see you. Thank you for being in the parade.
She was also on the Downtown Novato Business Association. What hasn't she done? I bet she belongs to Rotary.
Well, you know, a lot of politicians are overachievers.
That's
And I'll
why I'm not
I'll
one.
leave it at that.
You go ahead. You can do this one. Oh.
It's Pam
Oh, Pam
Drew, I
Drew.
think.
Well, Pam Drew is another council member. She's riding in Chuck Burkett's 1967 Pontiac Firebird.
And with Pam are her friends Peter Carr from Berkeley and Donna Casey, who is visiting from Dallas, Texas. Pam grew up outside Tulsa, Oklahoma. She graduated Phi Beta Kappa, a math degree from the University of Oklahoma. And she's been in Novato, for some time. She was elected to the first council term in November 2015. Well, this is Novato City Council member Pat Eklund. For 24 years now, Pat's served continuously on our city council.
She was a Novato Planning Commissioner and served on the Marin County Flood Control Board. She's past president of the League of California Cities and represented Novato on countless other state and regional boards. Thank you for your service, Pat. Jocelyn.
Huh? Olina and Jocelyn, very nice. Nice to have you on board. Nice car, too. I really like the cars, personally.
Me too. Well, you are going to go to Nostalgia Days, right? The parade coming up in August?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Novato Council member Josh Friday. He's getting a lift today from Ron Kane in his 67 Plymouth Barracuda. Josh is married to Molly. She's an educator. They have 2 young boys, Shay and Calvin.
Three boys.
Hey, nice to have you. Josh was elected to the council in 2015. He works as a CEO for Next Gen Climate. That's a San Francisco-based environmental advocacy organization. He's a big-time environmentalist.
And he actually has 3 kids. You couldn't see the one. He's so tiny.
Judy Arnold is your Marin County supervisor, representing most of Novato. Judy is with her husband of 45 years, Bruce Arnold.
What's your secret?
He's an overachiever.
Being in the parade? Yeah, being an overachiever.
They are being driven by Sebastian Palesso Hooks. in a 1962 Chevy Corvair.
Well, Judy has also been very instrumental with her support of the Novato Theater renovation project.
Lori Fragoli is your Marin County District Attorney. She's a hometown girl. She became the DA in January. She's riding in a 2016 Chevy Corvette driven by Jonathan Lewis. And in case you don't know her, Lori's all about public safety. The former police officer was a prosecutor for 28 years before being elected district attorney.
I wonder if she had to twist his arm to drive that car today.
My goodness, I love that car.
Really beautiful.
I want that car. I love Corvettes. All right.
Well, this is coming up on 2nd Street here is Marin County Sheriff's Mounted Posse. It's a milestone year for the Marin County Sheriff Coroner Bob Doyle. It was 50 years ago when he was sworn in as deputy here in Marin County. That deserves a round of applause. And yes, that was the same year of the Apollo 11 moon landing. Do you see a theme here? 50 years.
Bob has been the sheriff since 1996.
And he's been a Novato resident for 45 years, and he is here with his wife, Linda.
This is our Novato Police Department electric bicycle entry, which is way back here somewhere. Well, I guess he disappeared. We'll get back here in a moment. All right, so this is State Senator Mike McGuire. And Mike is a big-time player in Sacramento and represents, of course, the North Coast. His district reaches from Marin all the way up to the Oregon border. And he's been doing a lot of very important things in Sacramento for the environment. He wants to get Highway 37 widened. Just a lot going on there.
Oh boy, do we need that. I love his ascot too. Yeah, that would be Mark Levine.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you. There's Mike McGuire. He's a hell of a guy. He's got tremendous energy.
Levine? McGuire.
And this is Mark Levine, who is a state assembly member, our state assembly member. He's accompanied by his wife, Wendy, today. They live in San Rafael with their 2 children. The Levines are riding in a 2013 Chevy Camaro with driver Kathy Simontachi. I hope I got that right.
Well, in Sacramento's legislative priorities include improving wildfire preparedness, prevent gun violence, and protecting the environment.
That was Congressman Jared Huffman. I wouldn't have known. It's yours.
All right. Sirens mean that California Highway Patrol is here. What do we say about their little vehicle? We don't often want to hear that sound, but we appreciate you being in the parade today.
That was Officer Jermaine Irby in the go-kart there. Okay, now we got a whole bunch of names here, so I got to get it right. Give me your name. Patrick. What's your, All right, very good. It's good to have you here today.
Patrick Roth is in the Dodge Charger today. One of 2 Dodge Chargers, by the way.
There's 2 Dodge Chargers.
Now, what do you think the purpose of this is? For parades or just fun?
I don't know, but I've actually seen that pull vehicles over on the freeway. Okay, so these are our City of Novato Police Department official electric bicycle officers, specially trained. There are 4 of those in the city, and they can respond to all kinds of emergencies that maybe a motor vehicle unit couldn't, or so forth. Okay, we're back to the CHP now. Totally clueless.
It's a parade of police and highway patrol. We appreciate you being here today and keeping our streets safe.
That's Sergeant Pete Danford, who's a local boy. Oh, and that's Andrew Barclay, Officer Andrew Barclay, who is also a spokesperson for the Highway Patrol in Marin County and a great guy. It's good to see you.
I love those vehicles too. Our K9 unit.
California Highway Patrol. You don't ever want to see them behind you on the highway, but they are there to protect us and keep us safe and make sure people use their turn signal. That drives me nuts.
I know.
People don't use their turn signal on the highway.
Or look both ways. Not this crowd, of course.
The fair this year is going to be fantastic. They have this exhibit of space memorabilia from Ken Winans and the Novato Space Museum, including a Mercury astronaut capsule.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be worth going to see.
Well, yeah, and I guess the amazing thing is to realize how small it is and how little space these guys had, almost like being crammed into a half a Volkswagen.
I get claustrophobic. I couldn't do that, but admire them. And that is worth going to the fair just to see that.
And then, of course, the fireworks every night at the fair,
That's right.
just after 9 o'clock.
The only
right?
place where it's legal here in Marin County.
That's right. That's right. Oh, I guess that's worth a mention that fireworks are illegal in Marin County.
Mm-hmm. And they have a good lineup of music this year. That's one reason I want to go. ABBA. Tribute
Yeah, ABBA is something, not ABBA, but ABBA.
The tribute band.
Yeah, tribute band, and Dwight Yoakam was last night. Okay, this is Novato Police Department's Employee of the Year, Sergeant Nick Frey.
No small accolade there. Employee of the Year. Congratulations.
The Sarge is with his wife Jenny, their daughter Casey, and their son Lucas.
He's got the wave down.
They're in a 1994 Chevy Camaro Z28 driven by Tim Elsmore. The sergeant has done everything from manage the traffic unit to be a leader for the Novato Regional SWAT team. He's done it all. Seems like Nick's had an impact on every facet of the operation of the department. He's generally, one of the go-to people when something needs to be done. And we're grateful to him for his service as well.
Well earned, obviously. Congratulations again. Believe it or not, this is Novato's very first fire engine. It's amazing to see this stunning antique in our parade, isn't it? and it is our Chief Bill Tyler.
And Novato Fire Engineer Jeff Larkin is at the helm today. The district's first fire engine is a did you say this already?
No.
It's a 1923 Model T Ford.
It bears mentioning again anyway, if I do.
Outfitted with a 160-gallon water tank and a small pump.
Now,
Boy, you go through that water quickly.
Is this on display at the museum, Fire Museum, I believe? Yes.
I believe it is. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. A Fireman's Fund insurance executive bought it and restored it and gave it to the fire department. For many years, it was on display at the Fireman's Fund headquarters, but
Yes, they're
not there anymore.
I know.
We got this big empty building sitting there. Hopefully, somebody will move into that. There's food along the parade route.
Oh.
There's
Well, in fact, speaking of food, who went to the pancake breakfast this morning that I again missed? Yeah, is that good? That line was long. It probably still is a line.
Yeah, I have to do that one year.
It's the Buckaroo breakfast, right?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yes.
That's what makes this such a great parade, is you have all these events like this. This doesn't happen everywhere. I think Mill Valley has a parade.
Well, I think we can brag that this is the largest parade in Marin, right?
This is the largest by far parade in Marin.
I mean, it starts down at Dr. Insomnia's, goes all the way down to 7th Street, lined with spectators. And again, thank you for being here because you have many choices of where you could be today. We appreciate you being right here in downtown Novato.
So our next entry in the parade is the Novato Fire Protection District. All 79 members of the district wish everybody a happy and safe 4th of July.
And summer.
The district is led by Chief Bill Tyler, who wants to remind us, as we mentioned, that fireworks are illegal in Marin County. The fire district was founded in 1926. That's 34 years before Novato became a city in 1960. And boy, it's got a lot of what we call fire rigs. They have 5 stations: Redwood Boulevard, Atherton Avenue, San Marin Ignacio, and Hamilton.
I have Station 61 near me.
And they respond to more than 5,000 incidents every year.
Oh, and who's this above us in the helicopter? They're going pretty slow, so let's give a wave up there. Hello, what is that?
I'm going to see if I can figure out
That's a
which
drone,
one
I
it
think.
is.
Is that a drone?
It could be the highway. Let's hope not.
It's a helicopter.
Well, we were told that the California Highway Patrol was going to have a helicopter in the parade, but I can't see from here exactly who it is, but maybe we'll find out and let you know. All right, so here they are, again, the Novato Fire Protection District. That's a tiller truck. So for you kids who don't know, that's called a tiller truck. It's 62 feet long. It has a ladder that extends 100 feet. So that's if they need to get up to a tall structure, they can reach that. And, that's very important in this day and age. Although, fire departments like the Novato district, they respond to far more medical calls than they do
That's probably the majority of their calls, actually.
Most of them are paramedic trained. And so very often you'll see fire trucks going down the road and you think they're going to a fire, but they're not. They're going to,
unfortunately,
save lives,
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
Well, as a matter of fact, it says the district responds to more than 5,000 incidents each year. Actually, I'm kind of surprised. Seems like it'd be more than that, but good thing it isn't. I feel awfully safe today. I think we're in the safest place in Marin County.
we are doing the highway patrol, the police, the fire department, the sheriffs.
On the ground, in the air.
That's classic. And here are some of those wonderful paramedics with Novato Fire
We're
District.
so glad you could be here today.
And I know a couple of people whose lives were saved by these firefighters.
Have someone very close to you.
Yeah, I mean that's
required their assistance.
They're really done an incredible job when you need them.
And genuinely nice people too, all around us, nice men and women.
Hey, they're handing out some. No, give that to the kids. They're handing out for the kids in the crowd. Very nice. Thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. He said, "Nice hat." I am wearing a Novato Fire District.
You sure
hat.
are.
Yeah.
What's the round of applause for? What am I missing out on? Oh, Employee of the Year. I bet Novato Fire Employee of the Year, Colleen Walraven.
Colleen is riding with her husband Matt and their daughter Grace. This is a 1977 Mercedes-Benz 450 SL driven by John Arruda. Now, Colleen is a purchasing administrator who joined the fire district in 2015.
Congratulations, Colleen. Like her shirt even matches her car.
Thank you very much for what you do. Very nice. And there's Lori Fragoli, our district attorney. Not our town. There you go. She's going to be in another entry in the parade.
He's talking, writing, juggling.
Jeremy the juggler.
And good at all three.
Exactly.
What do you hear? Irish Pipers, it's sounding like Irish Pipers Band of San Francisco. This marks the group's 87th anniversary. You're hearing the oldest continuously active Irish pipe band west of the Mississippi River. The original members were Irish immigrants who wanted to keep the music heritage alive, and that they are doing. Version of this band played at the opening of the Golden Gate Bridge in 1937, and then again at the bridge's 75th anniversary celebration. They practice Monday evenings at the United Irish Cultural Center in San Francisco, and join them if you'd like to learn free piping or drumming. What would a parade be without the Irish?
Kind of gives me goosebumps, you know?
Yes.
All right, hold on, guys. We're getting to your number here.
Okay.
All right.
John Althusen. Pretty close? The parade is honored to have John, a veteran of the Battle of the Bulge. He's escorted by Ralph Webb in his 1952 Bentley Mark VI, fitted with a special racing body.
Now, this is an interesting story. John was a frontline interpreter for the U.S. Army during and right after World War II. He grew up in the Netherlands and he learned Dutch, German, English, Greek, and Latin, but he became a translator for the United States, which is really something. So our question is, are you rooting for the Dutch or the Americans in the ladies soccer championship this weekend?
I don't think he got that, but he deserves a little more about him. After the war, John was given free passage to the U.S. and arrived in San Francisco with only 25 cents in his pocket.
He's rooting for who? He's rooting for both the Dutch and the Americans this weekend's FIFA Women's World Cup Championship. Thank you very much. Let's have a round of applause for this great World War II veteran. Where are we now? I can't even remember.
I don't either.
So we got that. We got Huffman, firefighter. We have the Irish Pipers. Oh,
Dolls, trains, and more. Have you been there before? You could spend a couple of hours at this place.
Oh, yeah.
Linda Becker's store is blasting into the stratosphere with its selection of rockets, Star Wars, Legos, space-related toys to fit in with today's theme, drones even,
In fact,
model
I think
planes.
that's Linda Becker right there, isn't it? That is Linda Becker right there. I know you. I used to bring my boys in there all the time. Are you still driving around in your white Corvette?
She has 13,000 square feet. I told you it was big. At 300 and Trotta Drive in Ignacio. And if you haven't been there, you must go see it.
Yeah, they've got trains and RC cars.
Well,
and
it's not just for kids. It's fun for everybody.
No, it is. That's a great shop in Ignacio.
Love the teddy bear and his umbrella. Well, we're getting a word, I don't know how long ago this came in, but that there is a lost child at the judge's booth on 7th Street. Wesley Hunsinger is a lost child.
Yeah, Wesley Hunsinger, a lost child, and they wanted us to announce that here at the booths. So hopefully...
We have radios if you need us to call someone. So just see a volunteer in the orange or come to our booth to help find this child. He's probably just distracted, let's hope. You know, there's a lot to see and do here today.
Yeah, it'll work out. Oh, so this is CalStar Gymnastics, excuse me.
I'm sorry.
This is the cheer team from CalStar, which has been around since 1996 on Digital Drive at Bella Marin Keys.
I didn't see them there. They were ready to perform for us.
Yeah, here we go. guys sure are good. Wow, look at that. Whoa.
Very limber.
Outstanding. Hell Star Gymnastics.
Yeah, it's no surprise that they're very competitive squad.
Good job.
And they're dancing to the song Cantina Song from Star Wars.
Wow.
They compete several times a year all over the Bay Area. Congratulations and thank you for being here today and performing for us.
Bank of Marin.
Well, when you think of a bank that supports the community, Jeffrey, what bank do you think of? Well, I think of Bank of Marin, of course. They're very supportive of our community and of the parade. They've been at the parade for 24 years.
What street is that? Is it 7th?
Coming up is a 1977 Mercedes 450 SL. It's making its second appearance in the parade. And this time, bank employee Nina Aruda is driving. And literally, there isn't a community event.
So I have some information, Pam, about this lost child, Wesley Hunsinger. Wesley is at the judge's booth just down the street at 7th. So that's good. If anybody along here is looking for Wesley Hunsinger, I have a feeling he was probably going missing further down the parade. Anyway, he's safe and he's at the judge's booth at 7th Street, just a few blocks
Well, that's
down.
very, very good news. There isn't a community event in Novato where you won't see a familiar face from the bank's leadership team, and that is true. Even including the Executive Vice President, Peter Pelham, Vice President Rafaela Maglio, and Branch Manager, Tamara Huseller.
I think these are the Novato Parents Nursery School. Am I right about that? Yes, right on. There's nothing better for a child's development than nursery school or preschool. It is so important for socialization and giving kids a head start.
Well, Jeffrey, do you need a little help with your laundry?
Oh, look at this. Wow.
Literally, we've got Marin Wash and Fold here.
Wow.
What a concept. I think I better take down their number. Marin Wash and Fold.
Are you guys new? You are. Yeah, a little bit new. Marin Wash and Fold. Well, that's really a great idea. Who really likes doing laundry? I don't like doing laundry.
No.
Well,
So instead of going commando, you can give them a call.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is North Marin Community Services. Their most vulnerable families are who they serve. It's a 46-year-old nonprofit, such an important resource for our city and to help you tell your neighbors about it. They walk alongside their partner, Not in Our Town, Novato, which is a collaboration of groups devoted to building a safe and inclusive community. Each year, it says they provide assistance to 5,500 people. The North Marin Community Services Organization.
Well, together they provide assistance to about 5,500 people each year. And actually, they changed their name. They used to be the Novato Youth Center. They combined.
Right.
Yes.
That's right. And again, I mean, that's just so important for kids. You know, it's all about those first few years, you know, those formative years. And
well, and they provide some other basic needs for adults too.
Yes. Oh, that's true, of course.
And have been doing so for about 46 years. Well, I think you already mentioned Not in Our Town. Where's Not in Our Town at?
Hold on.
Not in Our Town, Novato is working toward becoming a Gold Star City of Inclusion. Special thanks to the Ingdahl Band, for their musical talents.
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm in the middle of...
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Number
Appreciate
33.
it.
Oh, look at this. Wild catnip. I need that. I was just going to buy some today. Wild catnip in our town?
Oh, this is great. Not in Our Town. Take the pledge, stop hate and bullying.
Thank
so
you.
important.
Lori again. She wasn't kidding. She's back. for a mission statement here. It's a movement to stop hate, to address bullying, and to make Novato a safe, inclusive community for all. We should mention who the parade committee is, because this parade does not happen without many dedicated volunteers, such as Sophie standing right next to me here. Those orange shirts, those are dedicated volunteers who started working on the parade. Well, it takes about a year to plan the parade, really, right? After today, they'll probably meet again around October and come up with a theme for the next year. It's a tremendous amount of work to put together this parade. And, well, let's name some of the...
Kathy Nickel is chair of the committee. Jennifer Goldfinger is the vice chair. Brent Ainsworth, he's the guy that puts our scripts together.
Well, not only that, but he wrote the Novato Advanced pullout that I was talking about. He wrote that whole thing himself.
He did that
Plus
too?
he does announcing, yes.
He's an amazing, amazing guy. Ramona Chipman is the pre-parade entertainment. Samantha Diaz-McCall is student liaison. Sergeant Nick Free, who is the police liaison. You saw that he was named the police department
and there wouldn't be an
Officer of the
event in
Year.
Novato without the help of Mike Reed. He's in every event, such a dedicated volunteer. But we want to thank them for helping to put this parade together, and there's cleanup afterwards as well. So if you wouldn't mind helping keep the streets clean for their sake, that'd be great.
Okay, this is the Peony Ace Hardware Drill Team. This is one of our fan favorites every year. The highly skilled Plunger Brigade have been entertaining us at the parade since 2000, and it is led by store owner Tom Young.
And guess how old they are? No, not them. The store, 101 years they've been in business.
Is that right?
Family-owned business, they're on their fourth generation now.
Peony's is a great store. Peony's is just one of those places.
I think all the employees know me, right?
It's good to see you.
I'm in there all the time. I was just in there yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. It's just bright and cheery, and they're so helpful. And
well, it's no surprise they're the large business of the year. They're very deserving of that.
I think so, too.
Oh, look, they're performing down there. It's the plunger routine, I guess. They're willing to take the plunge today.
Keep going. They gotta keep going.
It's okay. It's all right.
No, looks like they're done.
That's Peony Hardware. And they're very supportive of the community as well.
Oh, absolutely. They're involved in so many different organizations and events.
Did you know there's a new beer place here in town? I believe it's new. It's Indian Valley Brewing Company on Railroad Avenue, actually. I've been there once. I don't know if you've heard about it. But you can go into that brewery and ask for their lager beer called 50 Trips to Peony.
Okay, that's the Kellners, Madeline and Clint. You might recognize these 20-year residents. Madeline served 2 terms on the Novato City Council. They raised their son Mark and daughter Laurel here in town.
And Madeline is also a graduate of the Novato Chamber Leadership Program. Which one's your daughter,
This
Sophie?
is the North Bay.
I love to dance.
Oh, okay.
So I want to record a
This is the North Bay Coast Guard Spouses Organization. Hey, thanks very much for being here. Thanks for what you do.
Thank you for your support.
We should remind people that we have the United States Coast Guard in Novato, the strike team, and here they are.
You were saying?
This is the United States Coast Guard Pacific Strike Team. Wow. Hey, they're based out of Hamilton. Some hangars out there that go way, way back. They are specialists who are experts in responding to oil discharges and hazardous substance releases. They go all over the place. If there's an oil spill, they help clean it up. They're really, really important. work that they do. There are other strike teams across the U.S., in North Carolina and Mobile, Alabama.
But we're proud that the Pacific Strike Team calls Novato home. Oh, one of my favorite entries is coming up. I bet you know what the one that is, right, Jeffrey? Love to dance. Is everybody having a good time out there? So are we. You having a good time, Jeffrey?
Excellent. I always have a good time doing this.
Goes so fast, though, right?
Well, from one year to the next, it's scary. I mean, that's how we measure our isn't that right?
That's how good of a friend you are. I see you once a year.
Yeah, I see you once a year, but I mean, you know, we go up.
It was just like yesterday.
It's come around just,
Yes.
1 year later, one.
The thing is, I keep
1
getting
year
older.
later.
What about you? You just stay the same every year?
No, that's the good thing. That's the good thing.
All right, you're in for a treat. I bet we're going to get a performance here from the Love to Dance dancers. They're award-winning. And they love to dance, and it clearly shows. Let's watch. You know, in this dance group, they've actually expanded on Sweetser. They have so many students now, they had to grow the studios. So that's thanks to Tara Caprice Broadwater, who opened Love to Dance
All right, guys,
back
what are you
in
gonna do for us?
2002. I like the shirts. Dance, eat, sleep, and repeat. Look at the little toddler. She's probably about 2 years old there in the middle. Look at all the proud parents with their cameras out. Look at all the cameras.
Oh, wow.
And over here. Excellent job! Wow, thank you. Look how tiny some of them are.
Love to dance, everybody. Fantastic.
They also perform at the annual tree lighting event in December, so you can see them again there. And you know, the teacher, the owner, Tara, she was a professional dancer for the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, is that right?
That's why she's so good.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Looks like fun.
Wow. All right, this is the Marin History Museum, a 1929 Ford High Boy Street Roadster. Pat McGauley, the owner-driver, is an exhibition volunteer at the museum. And program director Marcy Miller is writing with Pat. The History Museum, which is open by appointment only, it's an independent nonprofit in Novato. It represents all of Marin County. It's got 25,000 artifacts and 200,000 photographic images.
So we have a really touching story here, Jeffrey, and we can both announce this because you're sure to well up. Your eyes are going to tear up when we hear some of these facts.
So Jim Henderson used to be the mayor of Novato and once was Citizen of the Year. He was an incredible man, a humble guy, a very important part of Novato's civic history. He was a decorated World War II vet, in fact, a Silver Star winner for carrying an injured man 100 yards through intense enemy fire to safety. And he's appeared, of course, in one parade after year with his friends from the VFW Post.
Well, Jim lived in Novato for 65 of his 95 years, and I am tearing up. He passed away in February.
And special thanks to Joe Garbarino's military vehicle collection. Pat Cardinin is driving the family in a 1953 Marine Corps personnel carrier.
Well, although they have strong Novato ties, none of them live here anymore, so they all came to the parade today to honor Jim. Thank you so much for being here. He's a wonderful man. Well, Novato Chamber Small Business of the Year, so we know that the big business is Peony Hardware. The Small Business of the Year, Kona Ice. I mean, talking about making a big impression on the community in a very short amount of time. They just opened up their business in the fall of 2016, and already the Small Business of the Year. They were looking for a business that would encompass the ability to be part of building the community, giving back to worthy organizations, and just simply have fun doing it. So since starting 3 years ago, Kona Ice of North Marin has been able to give back more than $70,000 to local schools, youth sports, and other nonprofits. Right, hey, it deserves an applause. Jacobsons have donated thousands of dollars to nonprofit causes covering school, PTAs to homeless mothers. Thank you for all that you do, and that really sounds good. Are you selling those today, by the way? Yes, down 6th Street. All right, go get a Kona Ice and help support them today. Small Business of the Year. We have a lot of businesses here in Marin that really contribute to the community, and that's what makes Novato so special and generous and a great place to be. Well, a little bit about the Novato Theater update. The Board of Directors and volunteers invite you to stop by the site of the Novato Theater across from Copperfield's Books on Grant Avenue to view the progress of the construction and hear about plans for the future. Resident donations and generous funding from the City of Novato have kicked off the project, and this grassroots efforts to create a vital and vibrant theater in Novato will succeed with your help. Foundation 21 is coming upon us here on 2nd Street. The foundation is named for the baseball jersey number that Jonathan Christopher used to wear. Foundation 21 is otherwise known as the Jonathan C. Christopher Memorial Foundation in honor of John and Karen Christopher's late son. Cute. Foundation 21's mission is to reach out to kids and help them make responsible life choices in their life and career. What an outstanding organization, Foundation 21. They're also big supporters of youth baseball in Novato. Thank you. Happy 4th to you too. And they also provide scholarships to local Little League programs. All the resources they share are fueled by financial support from fundraising. And thank you for being in the parade today and sharing your story. That's right. As a matter of fact, Novato Community Television is here today filming. We got James Gerardo and Jonathan Lewis and David. Oh my goodness. And a very special guest here today. Can you come up? No? Huh? I told you there were going to be some surprises here today. How many of you remember Don Rico, the original parade announcer? Right here, he's in my announcer booth. Let's give him a round of applause. We miss him so much. I can't extend my microphone so you can talk.
No, I wish I could, but I can't.
Just say hello to everybody.
Hey, good afternoon. I hope you're having a great 4th of July. Got a big guy.
Thank you, Don. You look so good.
Nice to
Our
see
first
you.
announcer here, Don Rico. He used to be down at the judging station there, and it's a real pleasure to have you here today. You sure?
Right now, anyway.
No. Thank you. Oh, I'll miss you. My mom is over there. Under the bus stop, which has got the striped shirt on, the glasses.
I am told
right over there.
are between 8 and 10,000 people here at this parade. Yeah, between 8 and 10,000 people. That would be kind of a
How do
record.
they know that? By how many snow cones they sell?
we have expert counters, and they use the latest algorithms based on highly
How many chairs
problematic
around?
computer systems, some nonsense like that. But I mean, just look down the street, look at all of the people.
It's a sea of people,
I
a
mean,
sea of smiles.
They're 5 and 10 deep, you know.
Yeah.
They're not just sitting in chairs, but they're standing up. And coming up at night here quite yet is Ito's White Tiger. Last year, Sensei Robert Ito celebrated 50 years of studying and teaching martial arts.
50.
50 years, and he's only 30. The Ito's White Tiger staff focus on classes in Kempo, Karate, and Tai Chi Kwan. The skills that kids learn end up helping them excel in school, sports, and many other activities. And watch out for them on the street. Don't mess with them. White Tiger.
Well, they make it look really easy, but it's not. They really have it mastered, but it takes tons of practice, right? And concentration, tons. If you don't believe me, just take a look.
I'm going to ask him a question. Mr. Ito, come here for a second. You've been doing this for 50 years now, is that right?
Yeah.
Why do you do this?
I love it.
Okay, good answer.
Kind of a no-brainer, Jeffrey.
Family, community.
He loves it.
Robert Ito, thank you.
Well, thank you for being in the parade every year, too, showing us your art. And you know, those classes aren't just for kids. They're for adults and seniors as well. I think I'll hold off. It isn't easy.
I want to take just dancing lessons. That's what I need to do, dancing lessons.
You can do that. Atria.
We could do that, yes.
This is more my speed. Atria Tamalpais Creek. Let's make our Atria friends feel welcome. Everybody wave to Atria. Atria Tamalpais Creek is a retirement community on Tamalpais Avenue, offering seniors a quality lifestyle by promoting independence and an exceptional atmosphere. Absolutely. Have you been there?
By the way, their motto is, you're never too old to take up boxing.
Or martial arts.
It's important stuff. You know, if you need a place to consider for assisted living for a loved one,
That's the place you want to be.
you want to have, you want to make sure it's a good organization that really looks after people. Oh, here's the Novato Historical Guild and the Novato History Museum. Wow. The group dates back to 1976. Its members are dedicated to preserving the history of Novato and educating all local residents. Today, Mike Silva has brought his 1941 Cadillac, a Series 62 model. It's beautiful, by the way.
Love the color.
Beautiful car. He's joined by his wife Patty and Jim and Patty Crumpler. And the main museum's on DeLong Avenue, right across from City Hall.
Well, it's noteworthy, too, that the Guild has participated in every 4th of July since 1993. I guess that's when the parade started, then, 93.
That's right.
During World War
Oh, this fascinates me every year. I always say I'm going to go, and then I forget about it. The Novato Horseman Haunted House. This year it's taking place October 18th and 19th, as well as the 25th and 26th. Well, a little bit about them. Marin County used to be filled with barns, corrals, and
I know.
what number is this? What number is this? It's not the Horseman, is it?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
This group dates back 80 years to 1939. The Novato Horsemen, one of the last remaining active horse clubs in Marin, are keeping horse heritage alive in Marin. They are thriving and are one of the largest horsemen's associations in California. And they put on this event every year that I still have never been to. Have you?
It's gruesome. It's good.
Is it?
Really good.
It's gruesomely good, I hear. Oh, look at them. Well, the club consists of almost...
That's worth having a round of applause, isn't it?
Yeah. The club consists of almost 400 senior and junior members from the 5 surrounding North Bay counties. It's hard to read and watch at the same time, but it's very impressive. With
Beautiful
beautiful
horses. The Novato Horsemen's Club.
Oh, wow.
Wow. It's great to have you guys here.
I love
Really fabulous organization.
I love the dual
Really keep it up on the history of Novato. People forget this was an agricultural community, ranches and orchards and lots of horses and Grant Avenue was once a dirt street, and you could ride your horse right up to a bar
Still can.
and ride right in.
Well, not to Deborah's. They're not here anymore.
Still do to a bar.
What is happening to Deborah's? I know Theo would know.
It turns out that Blue Barn will be opening in about maybe 3 months.
And what is that?
Blue Barn is a restaurant that was founded locally, and there's Blue Barn Marin in Corte Madera, and now Blue Barn Novato, North Bay.
All right.
You'll be able to seat outside on the backside on the Blodgett Lane or Kane Lane, and it's going to be a great area. It's going to expand Nevada's downtown and its nightlife.
Well, we want that, don't we? Some nightlife in Novato.
Yeah.
Thank you
We're
for that
doing
update,
good.
Theo. Anything else new happening in the business world? You have some news about the depot?
I have some news about the depot. In the depot, we're going to be seeing a new business come in there, and they'll bring in food trucks and other types of bars and breweries. We'll be seeing that come in. Everyone's known as the Block in Petaluma, and that Block was here at the Art and Wine Festival pouring their beers, and they are coming to Novato at the depot when the Smart Station opens in October.
Okay. This is Michael Velkoff's Shelby Cobra. It's a 19... No, it's not a Shelby Cobra. We're out of line.
Oh.
This is Denise Brady's
Yeah.
1942 Plymouth convertible. I knew that. During World War II, American auto manufacturers were making vehicles for the war effort, but not for civilians. A lot of people don't know that. For 4 years, we didn't make cars. This Plymouth is a blackout model. It was purchased in January 1943 by a woman who worked at an army base at the Presidio.
There's the Cobra.
This is Michael Velkoff's Shelby Cobra. A
Love that
65
car.
model. Michael lives out at Black Point. Okay, I'm gonna need you.
Make it through!
I need him to keep it down. All right, this is the Our Lady of Loretto School and Parish, a very important organization in Novato. It's one of the 2 Catholic parishes in Novato and has a history in town dating back to 1892. Our Lady of Loretto was in 2 other locations before its current home was built in 1962. The school dates to 1958 and was the first parochial school in northern Marin.
All right. They're sponsoring a fall festival October 5th, 2019. The festival is from 10 to 3:30 p.m. There's dinner and bingo at 7 p.m. I think I hear a mariachi band, Jeffrey. Who doesn't love a mariachi band? This band has been together for more than 20 years and played all over Northern California.
The Marin Girl Scouts Association is combined with the Novato Girl Scout Association. I'll be going in this one.
Oh, okay.
Mariachi Jalisco.
So number 56, they're combined. Novato Girl Scouts and Marin, they're combined. Novato South Little League. This league has been around for decades, supporting kids from age 4 through 13. This year, 350 Novato families participated in the spring league. The Cubs won the Majors Championship this year in a nail-biter over the Brewers. Congratulations, guys. Each player has taught good sportsmanship, honesty, loyalty, and respect for authority.
You know, my boys played on the Novato South Little League. Yep,
Now your boys are how old?
20 and 23.
No way. They grew up so fast.
I miss that. That was really fun going to those
They used to
games.
come to the parade here with you.
That's right.
There's David Woodfin walking across the street here, that nice camera. He works for Novato Community Television and taping our parade today.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for the watermelon. I need that.
Having fun, Andy?
Oh, yeah.
Andy from Lighthouse Christian Church, who provides us with programming for Comcast Channel 26. We appreciate that.
Good. Thank you, too.
Well, next up is Marin Landscape Materials. What do you know about them, Jeffrey?
Oh, those are the guys that have the different colored rock.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
You know, they've been in the Bay Area since 1957.
Wow.
They are described as a great bunch of guys and one very special girl. They sell rock, sand, and gravel, as well as topsoil, brick, block, and sod that's both real and synthetic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You guys offer great product. One of the old line businesses here in Novato.
There's a lot of businesses in Novato that have been here for a long time.
Oh my goodness, yes. That's
A lot of
the
family-owned businesses, too.
That's one of the great things about this town, right? Tradition. Okay, the Novato Girl Scout Association.
And Marin Girl Scouts. They're combined in this in front of us today. Girl Scouts build leaders. They create girls of courage, confidence, and character. Does anybody believe that more female character and leadership will do our country some good? The Novato Girl Scout Association has participants from kindergarten through high school age in the parade today. Thank you for being here, and dads too. They're certainly making our parade a better parade today. Thank you, girls. And moms and dads.
It seems definitely it's a better parade this year.
Moving faster?
No, the entries and stuff. It just seems like there's more and better. I don't know. There was one year where we said we thought it was not.
Yeah.
It just seems like there's more people, there's more stuff.
And I like at the end, they're actually going to have a thank you. Like, that's the end, the conclusion, a finale to the parade.
You mean
Instead of just
down there?
ending. No. They'll say thank you for
Oh, that's
some
good.
kind of finale.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have now?
Who are these guys?
Christ Church, North Bay and Lighthouse Church. What we're just talking about, Lighthouse?
Yep, 57.
Okay, this is the Christ Church, North Bay, and Lighthouse Church. They've merged to be in this parade this year. They're rootin' and tootin' right down Grant Avenue on this Independence Day.
I love their float. I'm going to vote for this one.
That took a lot of work.
That's outstanding. I love it. There's so much to look at. The Wild West. Christ Church, North Bay, and its friends from Lighthouse Church, Novato are rootin' and tootin' right down Grant Avenue on this Independence Day. The Wild West town is led by church staff, church leaders, and church members for more than 40 years. Kiyanki Taekwondo.
That I do.
You did great.
Say that twice.
Wow.
At Kiyanki, students learn the respect, self-confidence, and discipline that the martial arts offer.
Don't try this at home.
Or anywhere for that matter. They make it look easy though, right? And there are studios in the small shopping center called Nave Annex near Stefano's Pizza.
This is the Novato Mothers Club. More than 400 members enjoy weekly play groups, children's outings, family events, guest speakers, and a monthly newsletter. And you know, their goal is to enrich families and promote a sense of community that's open to all.
He's falling asleep.
Oh, the little boy's falling
the
asleep on the stroller. Well, you know,
A
maybe
little
I
bit of
would
everything
too.
going on here.
So the club sponsors several free holiday events for members throughout the year. They have a Halloween party, a holiday party, a PJ party, an Easter egg hunt.
In other words, it likes a party, huh?
Yeah, the Novato Mothers Club. It's kind of a neat idea. Isn't it?
Well, yeah, and if you know a new mom in town, make sure she knows about this club. Do you have to be a mom to join?
Now, that's a good question for later. Well, looks like we have a little break in the action here.
Time to put on your ad-libbing skills, Jeffrey. That's what you do best.
Well, let's
Hey,
just
CBS Radio,
let's
right?
just talk about the Marin County Fair again.
So it goes through Sunday, right?
Yeah,
Started
it goes through
yesterday.
Sunday, and every night they have a different musical act. And you mentioned there's a tribute band for ABBA.
Yeah, there's who else? I want to say
Cheap Trick.
yes.
Cheap Trick, I
yes.
think, is Sunday night.
And Joan Jett.
And Joan Jett and Dwight Yoakam was last night. And of course, they have the fireworks every
I know,
night.
every single night.
Yeah, which is really cool. And it's a nice fireworks display. It's pretty good.
Speaking of which, you might want to keep your pets inside tonight. They aren't too fond of the fireworks.
No, they don't like the fireworks. So that's a lot of fun. They have all, I mean, you know, it's great. You
Let's see, and their theme is Over the Moon this year, I think, right? Another space-related theme.
Right, in honor of the 50th anniversary of the first lunar landing. And like I was saying earlier, they have an exhibit there.
I know, I want to go see that.
And
And plus, you can take lots of public transportation there. You don't have to drive. In fact, it's encouraged that you not drive.
the Smart's running extra
Right.
trains to the fair, and they have a special train departing the fair at 10:30 at night.
So they make it really easy.
So that's a good thing.
It's nice that we have the Smart train here.
Hi there.
Have you ridden the Smart train?
I've been on the train about 5 times. I
Really?
think it's fabulous. The Smart train is just awesome. It's comfortable, it's bright and cheery. You know, the great thing about it is it takes you to these places that you never see out in the open country. This is Nostalgia Day. The 23rd annual event is August 2nd and 3rd this year, and it is a blast. The festivities start with a 7 p.m. Friday night cruise on Grant Avenue, and that continues all day Saturday as 7 blocks of Grant Avenue are turned into an amazing hot rod and classic car show. Nostalgia Days is presented by the Downtown Novato Business Association, and here are just a few of the gorgeous rigs that will be on display.
What's your dad's name? Eric?
Well, they're a little out of, is this the Galaxy 500? What? So you're the Galaxy 500. This is a 1963 Ford Galaxy 500 convertible driven by owner Nancy Lemon. Nancy, did you know your car has a 351 cubic inch Thunderbird Special V8 engine? You're amazing. This is a 1958 Chevy Impala driven by owner Joey. Joey, pronounce your last name. Pronounce your last name. Samis. Samasi. Samasi. That's Joey Samasi in his 1958 Chevy Impala. Ooh. Next is a 1966 Plymouth Sport Fury driven by owner Rich English. This car has only 68,000 original miles on that 383 engine. That's all you got on that thing. That's amazing. Hey, I know you. How are you? I've been great. It's good to see you. Yeah, all right. This is a 1963 Chevy C10 modified pickup truck driven by owner Tamara Love. She said, quote, "It's a little sweaty and rusty, but aren't we all?"
Can we announce his name again? Eric Krause. Look, we have his daughter.
Yeah. So I just want to mention this again. We have a wonderful little girl here who's been separated from her father, and his name is
Eric Krause.
Eric Krause, and his daughter's name is Brooklyn.
He has a red shirt on with a cap that says Krause, so that makes it easy to find him.
Okay, all right.
102nd Street.
A red shirt with a cap that says Krause on it.
She's on stage. And she's here at the announcer
And she's with us here at this announcer booth. So we hope that they'll get reunited very, very quickly, I'm sure. This is Novato's Citizen of the Year for 2018, last year, Phil Brown. He's accompanied by his wife, Jean, who's riding in Sandra Velkoff's 2017 Mercedes. Phil was surprised with Citizen of the Year honor in January during Novato's City birthday bash. Wow, look at that car. Holy cow. This is Novato Unified School District's Youth Volunteer of the Year, Eliza Ressler. Eliza Ressler, yes. Very good. And she is riding on top of a 1968 Chevy Corvette. How'd you get that paint job? Thorson's? Thorson's Automotive. Wow, that is the sparkliest paint job I've ever seen. Eliza has an incredible academic career at San Marin High. She maintains a 4.5 GPA. She's been on mock trial, the cheerleading squad, the Interact Club, the Mathematics Club, the lacrosse team, and she's running for president of the United States next year. How does she pronounce her last name?
Thank you.
How does she pronounce her last name? Moniz? Rachel? Moniz. Thank you. Thank you. No, that I was kidding about the other kids, not about her. This is Rachel Moniz, who is a candidate for the United States Congress. She's riding in a 1966 Chevy Chevelle convertible owned by Judy Somis and driven by Catherine Weinberg. Rachel's a single mother from San Rafael with daughters ages 13 and 14, running for U.S. Congress representing Marin County. Did they get this out on the thingy? On the texts?
Oh, good idea. Well, I think Sophie had a radio, but...
What's her last name? Brooklyn what? Brooklyn?
Krause. Do you think it's K-R-A-U-S? Yeah? Okay.
Shit. Dad's name again is?
Eric, K-R-A-U-S.
He's wearing
A red shirt and a red cap that says Krause. You got the message. Where are we at in this thing?
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Splits
'Splits
66.
Dance Academy.
All right, Splits Dance Academy. This is the third time we've been entertained by the Splits dancers. It's a family-friendly studio founded in 2016 by Stephanie Bauer. We're going to get to see a performance right now. We're going to see some dancers.
Do we have a number for do we know Brent's?
Do they know about this missing girl?
Yeah, and Sophia went up to the police station to let them know also, and it's been announced.
I just put it on the shared text, but it wasn't on there.
I texted it out also.
Okay, do you have
a different text than I get, I think.
Okay, do you have a phone number for Brent? Do you have a phone number for Brent? I don't know if I have it in here.
All right, that was the Splits Dance Academy. This is the third time we've been entertained by the Splits dancers. It's a family-friendly studio founded in 2016 by Stephanie Bauer,
who was a professional dancer in Australia and Asia for many years. So we're glad to have her and her team here in Novato. Novato Druids Grove, number 113. The Druids are a fraternal organization with a sense of humor, apparently. Stonehenge on the moon? This group was established in Novato in 1899, making it the oldest, hard to believe, service organization in Novato. And you probably know their historic building at the corner of Grant and Reichert Avenues. Wasn't that just recently renovated or painted? Yeah. The Druids support nonprofit causes such as Gilead House, Shriners Hospital, North Marin Community Services, and they want to thank all the men and women who made space travel possible. So thank you so much for being here again this year, Druids.
Well, this is a terrific entry that we've had in the past. Arthur Martinson's 1943 Jeep. Jeep was, I think it was General Eisenhower that said the Jeep won the war. Is that right? This family rode in this Jeep on our very first parade in 1993. Arthur joined the U.S. Navy on the day before he turned 18 years old. He served on the battleship USS New Jersey during World War II at an air base in the Marshall Islands. World War II vet here, ladies and gentlemen. Arthur worked for the County of Marin's Environmental Health Division for 37 years. And Arthur's daughter, Deanna Martinson, is a retired Army colonel, so it definitely runs in the family. These are the Blue Star Moms of Marin. This is a very important organization. The group was created in 2009. If you've ever seen a blue star displayed in a front window of a home, does anybody know what that means, a blue star? And it means that somebody from that home is serving in the armed forces, and the moms provide support for not just their own sons and daughters, but for all active duty service personnel. They send packages all around the world. They assist veterans associations, and they open their hearts up with their Adopt a Vet family campaign, the Blue Star Moms of Marin County.
What is this? Canine Companions for Independence. For more than 44 years, this nationwide nonprofit has enhanced the lives of people with disabilities by providing highly trained assistance dogs and ongoing support to ensure quality partnerships. Look at them. Look how well behaved. Beautiful dogs. You know, it can be an out-of-this-world experience to raise a puppy and change someone's life. Canine Companion trains four types of assistance dogs. Thank you very much for what you do. You can learn more at cci.org.
This is Valley Memorial Park. The staff at Valley Memorial is committed to be a part of the Novato community. This is an all-inclusive cemetery, funeral home, crematory, and reception center located on the east side of Novato.
Oh, it's a beautiful park too. Have you been
It
there?
is a beautiful
Cemetery?
park. It is a beautiful park. If you are a patriot and would like to pay respects to military veterans who made the ultimate sacrifice, Valley Memorial Park hosts ceremonies on Memorial Day, and the public is more than welcome.
Also, they have the Memorial Day celebration out at the Valley Memorial Park. Have you ever been to that? Well, Mathnasium of Novato. Are you good at math, Jeffrey?
I am terrible at math.
Well, you might want to visit
terrible
this.
at that.
You might want to patronize this center. It's a learning center, a math-only learning center on Diablo Avenue near the Panda Express restaurant. The staff works with kids as young as kindergarten up through high school. No adults. The franchise is part of a nationwide network of learning that helps math make more sense.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the little girl has been reunited with her father. That's a big round of applause. We're
There we
so
go.
worried. She's so happy. Thank you. Thank you to the police, the
Thank
firemen,
you to the Novato police.
the volunteers.
Thank you.
Especially, thank you so much.
Well, what do you know about this? This is the Pet Sitting Professionals and
Thank you,
Angel
Ken.
Animal Care. This is two organizations that got together for the same entry. Novato native Linus Dowling Jr. started Pet Sitting Professionals in 2011. Angel Animal Care is a new business this year. They both specialize in in-home pet sitting, dog walking, and cat care.
And remember we were talking about their feet on the ground. Look what they do. They have little boots on their paws. That's smart because it's hot out there on the pavement.
Pet Sitting Professionals and Angel Animal Care.
Now, this pet facility has a new name. Well, rebranded name. It used to be known as the Marin Humane Society, but it's just now Marin Humane. And most of us are out of this world when it comes to loving our companion animals. Marin Humane has been in Belmar Key since 1968, a full year before the first human being set foot on the moon. They offer pet adoption, assistance for low-income pet guardians, training classes, wildlife rescue classes, and many other educational programs.
All my doggies and cats came from Marin Humane.
As they should.
Oh, so there's number 76. We lost you. Cool the Earth. Cool the Earth is a grassroots organization that believes that personal action is essential to reducing carbon emissions. Their goal, one electric vehicle in every garage in Marin by the year 2030. Excellent.
I'll take the red one.
Drive Clean Marin.
Oh. Wheels?
Yeah, you do have some fancy wheels on that Tesla, don't you? What kind of tank? It's all electric, of course. This is not a tank, but will save the world. That's very
There we
good.
go.
So these are all electric vehicles. That's a Hyundai, right?
So it takes on a new expression of drive safe, drive clean and safe.
This here's a Cadillac. I didn't know Caddy made an all-electric car, but I guess they do, right?
Well, apparently.
That's really cool. It's the future
fun
of the
to
world,
drive,
folks.
Bruce?
Electric vehicles, right? Here's Judy Arnold, supervisor. She's driving a very fancy BMW. Is that yours? Yeah, you
Yours?
drive that, don't you?
It's yours? It's
It
yours?
has a range of 200 miles. All electric, yes.
And she looks real good in it too.
This here is a Nissan zero-emission vehicle. It says the range is 226 miles and it costs $305 a month. That's to plug it in? Yeah, okay. Very nice.
By 2030, they want everybody to have one in the garage.
Stop.
So a decade. Hopefully it'll be sooner than that.
Hey, this one's yours.
Hey, you ham? You clown?
Okay, folks, this is the bicycle brew stop. bikes and beer.
Wow. What more could you
Bicycle Brew
want?
Stop right here on Grant Avenue is the Marin's original bike shop and cycling-themed sports bar.
I don't know. I think I better do one or the other, not combine it, but we'll give it a shot.
Oh, that's a nice float. Look at that.
I like that float.
You got some taps
that a
on
lot.
hand. Very, very cool.
You can sip on an ice-cold chocolate milk, a Coke, or if you're of age, one of 6 rotating draft beers from local breweries. I know what I'm doing after the parade. Yeah, I think that's one of my top 5 floats here today. And by the way, if you want to know who wins, you can go down to the 7th Street stage, and that's where the judges are located. And then also, the Novato Advance will publish that in their newspaper next week.
Big quake in LA,
Oh dear.
6.6.
Oh my God.
Lasted a minute.
Oh my gosh.
I think this is the haunted house,
Yeah,
right?
that's the one I thought I was talking about earlier.
That dad looked pretty mellow, didn't he?
I can't believe
He
it.
looked just like,
Like, what the
okay.
heck? Didn't say thank you, didn't hug her. That's really,
creepy.
yeah. Wow. Have you ever been to this haunted house, Jeffrey?
You know, we talk about this every
Every
year.
year.
I always want to go.
I
And
know.
I have to go. It's supposed to be outrageous.
It's supposed to be out of this world, actually.
Yes, that's right. Out of this world.
They've been doing this for 32 years. Well, not this, but the haunted house. It's become one of the best known holiday events of the year. Why have I not been? Oh, I don't even know if I want to touch that. It's hot, too.
So
Alien fluff.
Yeah. No, go
cotton
ahead.
candy. Alien fluff cotton candy is what they handed me here. Green.
So these folks are professionals. They specialize in acting, set design, costume design, makeup artistry, and theatrical production.
Well, as creepy as it may seem, they actually don't do it just to spook you. Rugani's Haunted House raises funds for great causes every year, too.
One-eyed, one-horned, fine purple people, it sure looks strange to me. Only it came down to earth and a little tree.
You know, it's pretty impressive. All told, they've collected over 5,600 pounds of food and just almost $10,000 in donations by doing this haunted house. We must go, Jeffrey. Well, Jeffrey, it's a pleasure having you here today. I didn't think I'd be announcing with you. We've been doing this about 10 years, and you kind of have to really work at your real job today. But it's nice to have you here.
I'm grateful to be able to do this. This is one of the things I look forward to, right? Every year.
Well, for anybody that knows me well, you know that today, 4th of July, is my favorite day of the year.
Yep, it sure is. And what are you going to do the rest of the day? Do you have any plans?
You know what I've been doing? One of my traditions after this parade has been going over to Matt and Jeff's car wash. They wash my car and barbecue me a hot dog. And so it's open to the public.
So this is it now. You get your car washed every 4th of July.
Yeah, I guess
Is
it's
that
my
right?
tradition, right? No, but mainly it's because of the free hot dogs
The
that
free
they
hot
cook.
dogs.
And I want to tell you that my shirt here I got at Matt and Jeff's car wash. They have
Awesome.
a wonderful shop over there. And
Now we
so
know where to
that's
go.
what I do to kick off 4th of July.
Okay, so Pam, this is the Novato Family Martial Arts. Chuck Haynes and the staff offer Taekwondo and self-defense classes along with spring and summer karate classes. The business strives to provide the best possible fitness and martial arts experience for children. Let's listen in.
all of about. She's all of about 5 years old. Is that how old you are? About 5? Older? You're 9. Ouch, that looks like it really did hurt. I was a little worried there for a moment. Now that's precision and accuracy. And it amazes me every year. I want to now. Kind of makes me want to do it. A lot of proud parents here today, huh, Jeffrey?
Indeed.
As they should be.
That's good stuff, right?
They make it look so easy. I would like to try it, but I don't think I could definitely break that wood.
All right, so this is Robert Johnson's Volkswagen Carmen Ghia. Now remember, the Apollo 11 moonwalk took place 50 years ago. This little car is a 69 model, 50 years old. It's a special day for Robert. He's turning 83 today.
Congratulations, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. You know, you look more like 73.
Happy birthday,
82?
America, and happy birthday, Robert.
81. Robert was a police officer and a firefighter in San Francisco. He's a well-known custom home builder here in town, too. Carmen constructed the bodies for Volkswagen, and the Italian car company Ghia designed the body.
And he's with his wife, Cece, and their grandkids.
Interesting.
International Harvester Collectors, chapter number 14. This is Pete, oh boy, Tomasetti of Petaluma on this amazing little tractor. It's a 1939 Farmel B, one of 9 tractors that he owns and has restored himself. This model was produced from 1939 to 1947 at the International Harvester plant in Chicago, and it turns on a dime. Tractor cost about $770 when it was new. Not that much in today's dollars, but it was a lot of money for a farmer back in 1939.
Very cool.
And it's as quiet as a spaceship. So thanks to Pete for sharing that little gem with us. And what do we have up next?
Latinas Empowered. This is a new nonpartisan group formed to strengthen leadership in the Latino community, and their mission is to increase their voices and promote Latino participation in the political arena. The group was founded by Hilda Castillo, who also founded a group called Marin Latino Leaders. Hilda has served on the boards of many nonprofits and service groups, including the Latino Council of Marin. So there we go, Latinas Empowered.
Well, I don't think they're going to be calling me. I think this earthquake is probably
Oh, yeah.
bigger than anything.
You want to...
No, I don't have to go anywhere.
College of Marin. In particular, the Health Sciences Department. This renovated ambulance, was donated to the college by the Novato Fire District. And staff from the Health Sciences Department use this ambulance in training for emergency medical technicians, or EMTs. It could be that someone from this College of Marin program will end up helping you or a family member in time of need. A lot of those classes are held right here in Novato at the Indian Valley campus. Thank you for being in the parade today.
But they have their own fire service? Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's a class. They train you how to be a EMT.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Now you know. See how many things you learn by coming to this parade?
I know. It's amazing.
Okay, we're gonna skip down to 86.
Well, everybody knows Nave Motors.
Household
This is
name.
the second oldest business in Novato. They've been in business 100 years this year.
Crazy.
Nave Motors, unbelievable. This is the shop's newest flatbed truck, and a beauty she is. She's carrying a 1965 Buick Riviera that's under a remodel right now. That was a trend-setting car in its day, a Riviera. They sold a lot of those.
Oh, hi. Yeah. I was like, how are you? Good. Oh, thank you. That was fun to watch. I loved your routine.
There you go.
Number 87 is Recology Sonoma Marin. They changed their name. These are the people who handle weekly garbage, yard waste, and recycling. Pick up in Novato. Thank you so much.
They are really big on recycling, what they call waste zero, and they do a great job.
They use fuel-efficient vehicles that are so quiet as well. That decreases the number of trips they need to make in our neighborhoods, reducing greenhouse gas emissions and the use of fossil fuels. As champions of recycling and reuse, Recology urges us to increase what's going back into the green and blue bins and cut back on what's going into the black ones. Can you imagine a day without waste? Okay, 88. All right, to the point polygraph, right? All right, this is a really cool business, no lie. No pun intended either. Brett Bartlett is a retired Novato police officer and a certified polygraph examiner. Brett is in a 1942 Ford Jeep. Wow, I wonder where he got that. A pretty rare one because it has a working radio and winch. This Jeep was restored to the way it would be assigned to the artillery unit in 1943. He does pre-employment screening for government agencies. And as you probably know, polygraph tests tell how your body is reacting as you talk. It can tell if you're lying. Okay, now we have to ask, because I'm sure all the other announcers asked it, how to pronounce your last name. Is it Chapik? Chapu. C silent. Oh, Chapu. All right. Chapu. Chapu. The law office of Michael Chapu. I love it. It's a boutique firm based in Larkspur and concentrating in the areas of criminal law, business law, and personal injury cases. Wow, I bet you're busy. The principal attorney is a proud Novato resident with 3 boys, wife Blair, and their 2 dogs. Where are they? Stayed at home. It's too hot for the dogs.
They're paddling.
No hot dogs in the parade today. Okay, I'm gonna do my best at this. You know, this is no easy feat here, trying to pronounce all these names. I know we make it look easy. Good, Jeffrey's back. He can help me out here. Anuhuti. Anubuti. Right?
Anabuti.
Say that 10 times. It's a meditation and retreat center out near Belmarin Keys neighborhood. You'll find that the center has been serving Novato more than 15 years. Congratulations. In their hearts is a belief that it's essential to create a peaceful and just world. Amen to that.
Yeah, they have a beautiful facility there at Belmarin Keys,
Been there,
right?
huh?
And you've got that tower. What goes on in that tower, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Egrets and owls.
And something's coming up on Saturday, September 14th, the Peace Festival, which they're in the process of planning now. Sounds like a very peaceful event.
You betcha. Good to have you. Is that's an old Harley? What year is that? A 1951 Harley.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Very festive
cool.
today, too.
Right.
They also provide peer-to-peer counseling with anybody who is unhoused and in need of help. Uh-oh, where's this one? Downtown Streets. Is that one?
91.
Okay, this is a really, Pam, you know about this organization. They are really terrific. This is the Downtown Novato Streets team. They're a very special unit for homelessness outreach and community cleanup. You know, our city supports the Downtown Streets team, which is ending homelessness through the dignity of work.
I love that motto. No, and I've seen them out there. They really work hard and keep our
They're
streets
wonderful.
beautiful.
Thank
We
you
really
so much
appreciate
for
it.
everything you do. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it. It's wonderful. Okay, let's move on to our next entry here. Ultragenics Pharmaceutical, based in Belmarin Keys. Ultragenics is transforming good science into great medicine for rare genetic diseases.
Are you pushing that car there?
Yeah.
Or is it holding you up?
So Emil Kakas is driving his 1960, well, actually that's probably his wife there, right? Is that right? That's a 1967 Sunbeam Alpine. This is,
Well, their work in rare genetic diseases speaks to other efforts to give each person their last hope and the drive to push on. And they're also located in Belmarin Keys area.
See what I meant?
Well, more peace is coming your way, Jeffrey. It's been a very peaceful parade overall.
It's gonna run.
And this group was founded in 2003 by Don Foster and Maya Schaefer. Peace Novato stands for civility, respect, and a willingness to understand other people's viewpoints. Imagine, if you will, intergalactic aliens approaching Earth. What would they see? A world at peace? A world that's safe for everyone? A world occupied by just one race, the human race? Well, those ideas are not out of this world. You can make it happen. Peace Novato's message is not only that peace means an end to violence and war, but it's also an end to hate and bigotry. Thank you.
Okay, let me call these birds because this thing it's running long. They always would end at 12.
Well, I hate to break the news, but we're at 94. We only have like 5 more entries left. Well, again, thanks to all the volunteers for putting on this awesome parade and making this. Isn't this a great day? What a better place can you go than downtown Novato to be with friends, neighbors, have fun.
No, this is an awesome parade this year by far. So this is the Marin Council BSA. The BSA has something special for us, playing perfectly into the theme of Out of This World. This plywood backyard lunar lander was conceived and built by Jeff Alsterlin as a playhouse for his 2 boys, Logan and Travis, back in, 2012. It's based on the module that landed on the moon on July 20th, 1969. Oh, they're looking to donate the lunar lander to a family, a school, or foundation where it will be enjoyed by children for years to come. That's pretty cool. The Scouts are carrying the largest U.S. flag in today's parade, 18 feet by 30 feet.
Amazing.
Look at that. Wow, that's great.
Is that fun?
That's awesome.
It's very clever.
There are 2,000 kids in Marin that benefit from BSA programs. Local Scouts gathered more than 23,000 pounds of donated food and logged more than 30,000 hours of community service.
And it's not Boy Scouts of America anymore. Marin Council BSA. It's beautiful. Thank you. Do your arms get tired? Yeah.
Cute kid.
So I guess you could say it's not a boys' club anymore. All right. Marin's Best. And we're not just talking about the entry here. Marin's Best is an organization founded by a group of Marin parents and volunteers in 2011. This group supports social, educational, and sports activities for people in Marin with developmental disabilities. Thank you for being in the parade today.
Hello.
Hi. This is an important note. 100% of donated funds stay in Marin to support local people. They'd like to create more opportunities for the developmentally disabled population to achieve their full potential. Thank you. Learn more about the group at marinsbest.org. You want to announce this one, I know.
Yeah, GMP Cars.
With-
GMP Cars is an automotive services group that services exotic and classic vehicles.
This is Marv Giambasti's new employer. He loves working there.
Is
Hey,
Marv in the car? Is that Marv?
Everybody knows Marv. He's in the passenger seat.
Marv Giambastiani.
Right?
He's a
Something like
great guy. He's a car man, a car restorer.
And he loves cats.
Going back
Cat lover
years,
too.
he knows. He's worked with some of the top people in the business, and now he works for GMP. And Marv, thank you so much.
Look at that car. What a testament to the great work that they do, right?
GMP has 8 locations in the Bay Area and is headquartered right here in Novato. That's a 1964 Chrysler New Yorker station wagon.
Well, hopefully you never have to go, but if you do, you want to go to GMP Cars.
What a piece of work that car is, huh?
97, 98, 99, we're almost done with the parade. But do good and be kind, a Novato-based movement spreading the message about kindness through inspirational apparel and school programs. Be Kind, Do Good, Be Kind started as Chris Kurtz's email signature in 2017. Co-founder Brittany Kurtz put the phrase on a t-shirt and the message quickly grew into a movement. They do this through a social emotional experience that begins in schools and then ripples out into the community, such as our parade today. Thank you. Learn more at dogoodbekind.life. Oh my gosh, it's 98.
Did you already announce this?
No, 98. Wait.
This is the San Marin High School Youth Football and Cheer. I have a special... My kids went to San Marin, so I love San Marin High School. Absolutely. 5 years. Oh, you're going to be 50 years old in 5 years, San Marin? Oh, San Marin is 50 years old this year. Unbelievable.
Another milestone.
Anyway, this is the Youth Football and Cheer nonprofit corporation that focuses on teaching the values of teamwork, sportsmanship, and academic achievement.
Oh my gosh, does that actually say thank you for being here at the parade? Oh, this is it. This is the conclusion of our parade. Who remembers these girls? They look familiar. We saw them earlier in the parade.
Linda Diaz, Macau, Camelia Orozco, again, pulling double duty for us.
Well, I can't believe this is the end of our parade, but not the end of 4th of July. I want to say happy birthday again to America. It's celebrating its 243rd birthday.
Thanks, everybody, for coming to this year's parade. It was a winner. Absolute total winter parade. Thank you. Happy 4th of July. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Have a designated driver. Eat a lot of hot dogs and hamburgers. We'll see you again next year.
Bye, everyone.